Good evening, everyone. Welcome
Oh,
to a very impromptu and spontaneous, not worth a cork evening. Um, we were both free. We had nothing to do. We wanted whiskey, so here we are. I am Dave. Hello, Dave. Joining me is the slightly under the weather Meg. Say hello, Meg, if you can.
like you said, whiskey, and I tried some before we started, and I choked immediately. Hi, Meg. Hello, David. How is the David?
So yes, this is going to be an interesting one. Yes, David is good. David is enjoying chilling out now after
Yeah?
his day of admin. So
How was your steak?
the steak was good. Yes, it was
I had
very
some.
fit.
I had some leftover chicken nuggies that my sister left out for me, and two really depressingly thin, horrible, emaciated burgers. Not no buns. They were just so thin. I ended up tearing one into quarters and giving it to the dogs, and I mean they enjoyed it. It was basically the toughness of a dog chew. I don't know how anyone eats those. Hello to those who've joined us on Discord. I know I give you guys shit for being German or for being something else, I'm sure, but we're both really grateful you joined us. If I do sound off, I do apologize. It's a minor bug. It should be gone by the time he and I hang out. I do not want to get him ill because last time he got ill here, he got put in hospital. I'd rather not risk that. So let's not
Yeah,
do
that
that.
was one of the niece's fault, though, not you. So.
It was, yes, but if I get ill, then it's not. It's got to be something bad. 'Cause for those who don't know, my sisters they usually get ill before me. Um, Usually I'm last, if at all. But once a year, invariably, I do lose my voice for a while. It's why on the Moist Ski Reads YouTube channel, Moist Ski, one word, there is a Jack the Ripper Dear Boss letter that I read in a London accent, but with a very broken voice, and it worked. Until someone said, "Oh, this sounds like Assassin's Creed, bitch." It did. I modelled it on their voice because it was perfect. Um, and would I'm not going to cover Gorl World over here. But for the sake of it, no. To your question there, Leo, never going to happen. So what is David drinking?
So David, because he whiskey marinated his steak
Ah,
in
good
it,
times.
also has a glass to go along, seaweed and aeons.
Which one is it? Is it the
Or
standard
seaweed and
10-year-old or
aeons and butterscotch and vanilla,
so not the
I should
standard
say.
10 then? No,
No,
you had that on your steak.
I did.
Did it give it any sort of
It was.
toffee quality or not?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, the steak was very nice. I'm not necessarily sure.
What kind of steak do
Drinking
you
it
have?
separately, I'm not necessarily sure I could taste the whiskey in it,
Was it
but
a
it was very nice steak.
was it a ribeye as is custom with you, or did you finally decide to go down a level and get yourself a nice rump?
No, it was a rib from your butcher's.
David's always been more of a
Has
breast man
another rib
anyway.
joint.
The weekly meat posting. Yes, David does post his meat in the galley on Discord on a regular, and I will for those who are interested on YouTube. I'll go and get it because I've no doubt. Have you posted? Yes, you have. There it is.
Yes.
There is David's steak. You can see it on stream on the Not Worth a Cork screen. It is quite nicely done actually. I do take issue with what's behind the bottle on the bar, but only because of allergy, really. But that's your choice of condiment, which would be mustard. It's a very brave choice. What do you do that because of horseradish for beef?
I don't
Like
know. I've just always
something
had mustard with steak.
just something slightly spicy, but not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've got some. You can't really see it on the picture, but I've got some
Yeah.
Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce on the sweet potato fries.
Oh god, yeah, I've got that. I've still got those. Yeah. I don't really use them because obviously I don't use. Yeah. Anyway, so David is drinking seaweed aeons. This, I believe, seaweed aeons is that not Master of Malt's own brand of whiskey or something? They have the exclusive rights to it or something.
I
I
don't know. I know we got them all on offer when.
Yeah, we got 3 for 2.
But yes, Atom Labs. So yes, that is Master of Malt.
It is, yeah. So I Master of Malt do their own whiskies as well. For his birthday this year, I almost bought David a 37-year-old Master of Malt whiskey, but I didn't because I saw something better. No, he was going to be a Master of Malt own brand. I'm not against it, but it was also a single grain. Single grain worries me because it's always too thin. Although I think yours is a single grain, but that one was more personal because it was your birth year.
Yeah.
I just, yeah, no, I don't. Although at least they don't charge so much for the whiskey, which is always quite nice. I find that to be the best part. They're not ripping off their audience. We're not streaming Twink. I am recording it to upload to Not Worth a Cork either tomorrow or Monday. So this is something we do on Discord only, and then at a later date, we will, we'll upload it later. And someone else joined. Was it Kitty? Yes, I think it was. Hi, Kitty.
Yes.
Hope
It
you're
was
well.
the
I saw the Slussie name, and I
one flashing off her wrists and ankles and dorsal fins.
Is
And
that where Slussie came from? I did wonder. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So Seaweed Neon's 3 for 2. I got a Christmas one, which I have. I think, yeah, I've got it behind me. A Medjool Simonim Christmassy one, and we got the standard 10-year-old Isla. The thing with Seaweed Neons, they're not all Isla. Some are blended malts, some are just blends, some are Speyside and Isla's mixed. The combinations are all over the place. And that's good because then they can create something a bit more unique. The Islas, arguably, are quite delightful and certainly sit quite comfortably with others, but sadly they're only sold on Master Malt, so they're not as available. But when they put them on sale, it's a worthwhile expense. I personally think so anyway. But then I think we got those a couple of years ago, and I think one of them is gone because I had it as a stream whiskey. I think it was the 10 because we were using it for steak and then we didn't use it, and I was like, well, screw it, I'm going to drink it. Whereas I've got my Christmassy one still, which is either for this year or next year. I don't know yet. Let's see. Drinking some decent vodka.
I've just seen they do a. They've got some.
Oh, they're drinking whiskey.
I'm on Master Malt. They have some interesting ones. They have a Tokaji cask 12-year-old, a port cask 12-year-old, a Sauternes cask 12-year-old.
The port cask. What kind of port cask?
Let me go back to that.
I did get an alert for a whiskey recently. Was it Penderyn's doing another port cask or something? Was it Penderyn?
Was it Glen Scotia? Is that the
Oh, it might be. Yeah,
Scotia?
the Tawny ports. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't say on there what port cask. Just says layers of meaty malt, jammy berries.
I love that Crispo's not even in the VC and he's typing away. Love it.
Well, that's fine.
Shame him, guys.
I did say at one point Crispo could, if he could manage to get the same drink as us or something similar, we could get him in and he could be part of the VC.
Leo, quick question for you, because you say you're drinking decent vodka. What is it? Because I've never encountered a good one. I've always ended up with a horrible sickly feeling in my stomach. So you piqued my interest in that respect. I, for those who are interested, have a glass, probably just over a single, of Jura 19, the Paps, which I bought on sale from Whiskey Shop along with Ben Rin's 21, which my dad has tried. He said it has a punch, but because I had a glass with him 2 nights ago, I think it was. Yeah, Thursday evening. And I bit my lip accidentally. So when I took a sip, because no one had done stream whiskey on Twitch, it touched that and it hurt quite a bit. It didn't change the flavour profile. I just knew when I say Bernie, it actually was Bernie for a change. But yeah, it was a good whiskey, and he liked it. He is drinking it neat though because he hasn't got any lemonade, which he wanted my sisters to get, which was hilarious. But the other one was Jura 19, which is not a standard Jura, and I bought it because it was also on sale with Ben Rin's. I thought, screw it, why not? How did you get to whiskey tasting? Slussie, that's a really good question. You first, David. I can rest my voice now.
Being young and having too much money available at university. And
hang on, you or me?
Discovering a certain website called Master of Malt, who did sample sets. So you could buy, you could either buy pre-made ones or you could make your own, but you could buy a box of little samples of whiskey.
If memory serves.
And as I was starting to like whiskey, I decided to do that several times, and then started taking them to Meg's when we went to play squash or something.
There is a slight
it became a thing.
Yeah, there is a slight change to the story we have to add though, because I don't remember when it was, but it was when I got a job. So it would have been when I lived in my second house in Norwich. When I bought the sample of Johnny Walker Gold. That kind of, for me, started it. For me. Johnny Walker Gold Centenary Edition, to be more precise. Which is, to me, still the best Johnny Walker they've ever made. I won't deny, I do like the blues. I like the blacks. Obviously, I love the black, of course. Once you go black, you don't go back.
You do like a black, yes.
And once you've been double blacked, honestly, there's no point going back a step. And if you ever had triple black, well done.
I was going to say,
you are brave.
We were triple black last year.
You're a brave girl. Boy. Man. Yeah, that. So for me, it was the Johnny Walker Gold Centenary. I bought the one sample of that's on, I think I've got it on Facebook or Instagram or something. Just the one sample. Do you remember that pic? Because then you got a sample of blue not long after, and then we I remember afterwards the samples. I don't remember if they were before, but it was a long time ago, to be fair. But I know we did do a lot of samples, and we had housemates get involved, and we just sat in the living room at my house or in your living room in your parents' essentially fourth bedroom, and we were just drinking excessively because it was hilarious. You've not had gold. So the gold in question, Slussie, is called Johnny Walker Gold Label Centenary Edition. You can't get it. You can't get it these days.
I will find it for you.
It is such a smooth whiskey. I finally found a bottle last year, I think it was, when mine was 2/3. I don't know. Mine was 2/3 empty. David gave me a spare box, which was nice. It had a dent in it. I gave it back to him because I finally found one. I was streaming at the time. David said, if you don't buy it, you're a bitch. I was like, I haven't got the money. So he sent me the money to buy it. So I did. And I sent the money back quickly anyway, because I'm not, once I had it, I gave it to him, But I finally have a full bottle, and I have no issue having that because it's so hard to get hold of. And for the price I paid, it was especially impressive because it was only £20 more than what it was when I first got it at 65. It cost like £85 or £90. So it was very close to the original price. And I was very happy to get that, especially because the box I got didn't have a dent in it. That's not a dig at David's. He's had it for a long time. Of course, it has a dent in it.
Photo in the bar.
Oh, right. Yes, let me go and get the picture. Oh, right. You went and got the picture, did you?
I went and took a photo of the one in the cabinet rather than the.
Is that the one with is that the one with the dent on the back corner?
Yes.
Oh, that's the box you gave me. On chat bar, voice barracks. There it is.
It is the OG box with the dent in the back corner. Yes.
That makes more sense.
There is like a measure left in the bottle, so
it's
photo of the contents. But
it's a very limited.
Fortunately, I have two more.
Yeah, So David did buy more when he knew it was. Yeah, but that's where for me it started on Johnny Walker Gold Centenary. So it's always a sentimental thing. How much does one drink during whiskey tasting? Well, you can get a sample box from Master Malt with 5 samples in, 5 3CL samples. 3CL is just over a double, so we split them down the middle anyway, so you get just over a single each. So 5 singles for a standard tasting set. Nowadays, you can get decent sample sets from distilleries, and they're pretty good, They're all right.
If you want some Storning, that's a pretty good sample set.
Yeah, but I had to pay £80 on the duty on that one. That mercifully, correction, because I know you might say, if you remember, my audience paid for
that. Good audience.
But that's what started for us, Lassie. You're saying that to Australia now, yeah? Well, there is some Australian whiskey that's quite nice. Is it?
Starwood is quite good. Yeah, I've got 2 bottles of
that. Yeah. Dave's got 2 of that. I have none. There are some New Zealand distilleries we know of. Cardrona.
Yes, Cardrona.
Yep. I have a sample set of that, and that is insanely strong.
Yeah, they were potent, weren't they?
Oh, they were a punch in the teeth, weren't they? Or in your case, a punch in the veneers. They were quite something. But it was a good time back then. But money was a bit more limited as a resource because we were students, well, it's not exactly that much better these days. But it's always nice to every so often just get something nice. Hell, I've put cash aside. David, do you have that tin that I gave you?
Yes.
So I have a tin full of coins. It's just silvers and pound coins. It's just full. So in January when I go to Norwich,
that was in the bag. I picked the bag up. I was like, oh, what's? Oh,
yeah. So I figured if in January, because I'm filling a second one now, if it's full, I'll just empty them in NatWest for a laugh. Because why not?
No, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to the whiskey shop first to see if Chris is in. If Chris is in, you're just going to empty on his desk.
No, Rob.
If not, you'll go to NatWest because Rob won't take kindly to that.
Oh no, it's got to be Rob then. It's funnier. No, I'll go to the bank first. It's much nicer. I'd rather just get the cash and add it to the pile. Please take it to the bank before you give it to a cashier for an expensive bottle. Well, the funny thing is, they know I'm good for the money, Slussie. They know I'm good. So I would solely be doing it to trolley. Hell, this year I had this clear plastic acrylic container full of money. The plan was to take it to Norwich and then take a hammer, a towel, put them on the counter first and see how they reacted. When they ask what I'm going to pay for, how I'm going to pay for the whiskey, just put a hammer on the counter and see what they say. I thought that'd be hilarious, but I decided against it in the end because I thought that might get me into trouble. It wouldn't now because I think they'd know I was just taking the piss out of them. Which, yeah, I mean, we've had drinks with a couple of them, so yeah, they're nice guys. It's not an issue.
So speaking of knowing we're good, you're good for it, or we're good for it. The special releases are in. Be free. So it's the starter point for our 2025 special releases. I know you've already got the Tea and Nick, but
Yeah, I've got the Tea and Nick.
I'll have to go and get them at some point.
Yeah.
I might perhaps walk up Wednesday.
Yeah.
When I get back to Norwich and get them, and then
Yeah.
we'll work out who's home what one later.
Hi, Moose. Sorry. Hope you're well.
Evening, Moose.
Type in the barracks, if you want to chat away with us. That's how we usually do it here. Hope you're having a good day. I think it's Moose, isn't it? Yeah, it's Moose. No, it says someone
Dave Moose, yeah.
Moose, yeah? Licked by Dave, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I saw the Dave part and I was like,
Moose.
Okay, it makes more sense. Licked by Dave. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we that's how Slusty we got into it. It was that. I don't know when Dave went to the whiskey shop, but I know I went with a different housemate first. I tried a few samples when barrels were on a different side of the shop. They're on the left side as you go in. Now they're
on the left as you came in the door, didn't they?
On a little podium stand. Now they're not, which makes sense actually because the till was at the back in the corner on the left side as well, and it's like it looks right, but there's no space to present much whiskey to show it off and encourage people in. But it's a very small shop though, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit too small, I think.
Definitely could do with some updates. The one I went to in Edinburgh was far fancier. I think I sent you some pictures of it, didn't I?
How would you improve a shop that's roughly the size of my living room, at best?
Yeah, that is.
Like it is at best that size. It's at best the size of my living room. 3 maybe 4x4 in meters. It's small. It really is. The only bit.
It's a really old building as well, isn't it?
Did you ever use the restroom upstairs? The toilets upstairs?
No, I've never actually been upstairs. I know you've been on that adventure.
Yes, twice. I went up there and I got lost. I got confused, and I saw the samples on a rack, and I was like, oh, whoa, what do we have? I'm too drunk. I was compromised that day. But yeah, that's how it happened for me anyway. Bone to pick with you after stream, Moose. Oh, you're talking to Moose, not me. Okay, thankfully it's not me. At least I'm not in trouble for a change, guys? What are... I know Leo mentioned drinking vodka. I didn't see if you'd written what the vodka was. I'm scrolling up to see. Oh, Kettle 1. Okay, there it is. I see it. Yeah, sorry, I had to scroll up. How is the whiskey you're having? Oh, mine burns like a mother fluffer because I have a sore throat, but it helps actually a little bit. I bet you forgot to gargle salt water. I didn't forget. I just didn't do it. I figured I'd do it after this. It would make my life a little bit easier to do it like before I went to bed or something. Although I probably will have a lem sip straight after just to make things easier on myself. I do, honestly.
You could, of course, add some ginger and lemon to your...
and a shot of whiskey, perhaps?
Yeah. Well, you already have the shot of whiskey, sir. So
I assume I can just forego the ginger and the other stuff entirely. Yes. Thank you, Lord John, Earl of Croy, Baroness of Bricey, and all the other freaking titles.
Yes, all the titles.
Needham and something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. We had considered, for those who are interested, we had considered doing a sample thing, but because of my voice, there's no chance. So again, we're just going to go through these. I do have. I can pull up Jura 19. I can do that. The Paps. I can link it in the chat. Our Master Malt. It costs £90 usually. I did not pay £90 for this, just to be clear. I'll put it in the barracks for those who are interested. It's a link that will trigger the shit out of Leona.
Excellent.
It's a good whiskey. It's 46%, 45.6. Yeah, it's a Pedro Jimenez finish. And you can tell there's like a slight nutty quality to it that's quite prominent throughout. It has won 4 Spirit Awards, and apparently it's not that new. It came out. It won an awards in like 2019, and I didn't know this. I'm very confused by this information. Where does the name come from? Oh, it's a travel market thing. That's why. It's named after the famous Paps of Jura on the western side of the island. The fuck are Paps? We know them as paparazzi, don't we?
I was going to say that's paparazzi. Huh?
Paps must be a region, like a.
Thank you, Crispo, for linking Leona.
Yeah,
I'm sure she will enjoy.
Whereas David's, the Butterscotch and Vanilla, it's not. Oh, it is available. £50, just under 40%, nice and mild. Nothing wrong with that. It is it's a blend, isn't it? It's a blended. Yes, blended. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
blend between single malt, 50-50 of Islay single grain and single malt whiskies, which makes. Hang on, how's that 50-50? 50-50 blend of Islay single malt and grain. Oh, it's Islay single malt, Islay grain Scotch. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm reading the bottle just to make it make sense in my head, and I struggled.
But it is very nice. It's got a lot. It's a lot of smoke. You get a bit of the oak spice and the peat, and some smoothness from the sort of the toffeeness.
So
it's a very
go on.
oddly balanced whiskey. It works. It probably shouldn't, but it works very nicely.
Yeah, I think the single malt saves the single grain. You mentioned Twink, Karen, how Aeons is an ingredient. Seaweed and Aeons is the brand name. Butterscotch and vanilla are two of the flavour profiles. So they put that on there. They have others. They got one called Seaweed and Aeons and Digging and Fire. I have one behind me that's. I have to go and get it. So I know mine's a Christmas. I've got 2 Christmas ones. So let me just go over and get it while Dave talks to you all, which he's so good at.
What I have noticed is on my one, it talks about the same notes of honeycomb butterscotch found in the butterscotch vanilla toast and a generation 30-year-old, which is only £70.
Right,
for a 30-year-old. Well,
you just saw
I
that.
say whiskey.
You saw the butterscotch and vanilla one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was going to bring it up, but you brought it up. Well done. Shame we can't get a sample of that because I'd try that. So
it's out of stock, isn't it?
Yeah, it's out of stock. Well, the 30-year-old standard isn't overly expensive. At least it's only 70 quid. It's about just cheap. It's just like 20 quid cheaper than my Jura 19. So the one I have, one in here anyway. I've got 2. This one, sorry, is an 80-year-old Speyside single malt. It's 48%. It's made by the same company. It's not called Seaweed and Aeons, but has a similar font on the bottle. It's called Christmas Cake and Dark Chocolate and Medjool Dates and Cinnamon rolls. No, just Cinnamon. I've got 2. I've got 2 because I've got another one as well in my cabinet. That's also quite I'm not going to drink any water. I have watered down slightly my whiskey though with a few dregs I had left in my bottle because that takes the burn off. And yes, Cinnamon, which is famous for
this maple syrup and butterscotch one, wasn't it, that you had? The Christmas one that went.
It's in the cabinet. I'd have to go and get it and tell you. It's only a couple of meters away. I could go and get it and tell you if you like. But I know I have another one that I haven't opened. But I've got this one here for. Well, this year. I've got 2 Christmas whiskies for December, or Moistmas. Oh, Moistmas. And one is this one, the Christmas Cake, Dark Chocolate, Medjool Dates, Cinnamon, or Big Pete Christmas Edition, which has a beautiful little cartoon on it as well. Last couple of years, I've done a Christmas whiskey during the month of Merry Meggy Moistmas, the marvelously magical month of Merry Meggy Moistmas, anyway. And thank you. I like alliteration, and I think Big Pete's this year anyway. But yeah, we'll see. Although handy thing here, this one is not an Islay, the Christmas Cake. It's a Speyside, which means it's not going to have any of that bite. Although it's 48%, so it's 48%. So yeah, it's still 48, so it will have a little kick. Whereas Big Pete is full-on cask strength. It'll be fine because it'll last a month. But
knock
still,
your socks off one.
It's certainly brace yourselves. It's that time of year again, Agnes. Whiskey. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to go for a Paul John this year, then?
No, because last year during December, we had a whiskey goal on stream, and once I bought the bottle, that became the bottle for the year. And that was the Big Pete. But I do have another Christmas whiskey, so it could be that this year I do one of those and next year I do the other, and I won't do like this year's Paul John anyway, because this year was a rum cask. I'm like, that's not Christmas flavour at all. Piss off. Look nice though. Your bottle would do so. Definitely a win. But yeah, no, I'll do one of the Christmas ones and probably do a little razor to get a new one for next year if I find one that looks interesting enough. Flavours are interesting. Any recommendations? Are you in the UK or US, Karen? I'm not trying to dox you or anything. California, I couldn't possibly tell you because I know that there is a lot of. It's harder for you guys in America to get hold of some of the whiskies we have. Like we have first-hand access to all the Scotch. We have it. But
there's probably less that are exclusive to you
Yeah.
that we can't get than that obviously we have that you can't get.
Yeah.
Most of what we get over here, you don't seem to be able to get based on our conversations with Leona and Banny over the years about what alcohol they have access to.
We don't know what West Coast and East Coast are like though, because she's more East Coast, isn't she? Banny's obviously Canadian. No, Banny's no. That's he's in. No, so I thought I confused him with Bry for a second there. Banny's somewhere another state, not too far, and you're in on the West Coast. I don't know. Maybe you have more access to Japanese whiskies because you're nearer. You might have that. I don't know. But there are some options that are easy enough. Hell, you've got some decent American entries. There really are some good ones. No harm giving them a look. David doesn't have many himself, but every year a distillery will release something festive at least. Hell, that Jack Daniel's cider was pretty damn good. Strong, but good. It looked like it was like a bottle. It was Tennessee. It was like a festive bottle. It was delicious, actually. Confusing the Americans, can't tell us apart. Basically, yeah. Because you all look the same to me, especially you. I wonder why.
I mean, to be fair, Moose, it's hard to place you because you just keep getting hit by a truck and driven all over the place.
It's not that. Moose and I look alike. Well, we did 5 years ago anyway. So my sister's go-to an IPA. Fair enough. IPAs are quite popular. I'm not big on IPAs.
Get some IPA cask whiskey.
Yeah, you can. There's a Jameson one. There's a couple others I have had them. Vatican have one, but I don't think you have access to that in your country. Glenfiddich have done one, which I have, which you probably can't get anymore anyway because that was limited release. You're welcome, Moose. Anything to shame you, Elephant Man. You're my doppelbanger. Italy, if you have it, they have a quadruple IPA. What's that? A quadruple IPA. What does that mean? Is that an IPA put through 4 casks? I am confused.
I don't know, but Twin Karen doesn't know what it means either.
Oh, okay.
Good start.
It's not that kind of stream, Slusty. I'm just winding him up because I can. There are some options, I'm sure, but it's annoyingly what you have access to. If you had access to the what was that shop called? That Total Wines? Is that what it was called? The shop in Florida you went to.
Yes.
If that exists in your state, then it's your best option to find a variety because they had so many options. Bless you. Total Wine is the alcohol shop. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, Total Wine. There you go.
It's ABC and Total Wines. They were the two that I was looking at. I think Total Wines was where I went.
Oh, you're older, of course. You're number one, which makes you the number one shit. Congratulations. Congratulations, Moosey. You are number one in the ploppy department, just like me. One of us. Yeah, Total Wine is a good shop. Yeah, because David went there in Florida when he went and got some bits and bobs. Hell, actually, if you have access to it, Glenfiddich Amontillado cask, 12-year-old. That's quite nice. Say it.
I like a Glenfiddich.
Love it. Honestly, I could sleep to that all night.
Apparently, Cranwell will do a chocolate whiskey now.
Yeah, I've heard about that, but
on the ABC website. I'm on.
But I don't know if it's any good because we don't have access to much of it.
5
do we?
stars for one review.
That's not surprising. We don't have access to much of this. I'm not going to go to Threshers and buy these overpriced shots because that's what Crown Royal mostly is, a shot. It was popularized by the likes of Dimebag from Pantera. He had a freaking guitar with it all over because he loved doing shots of Crown Royal. I just think it's a shot at best. It's not a sipper, it's not a drinker, it's a shooter. There's not much flavour or complexity to it. It's just typical Canadian swill, to be honest. Find one good Canadian whiskey. I dare you. We haven't encountered one yet, or tasted one yet, have we? Canadian Club is Paint Stripper. No. We've been told that. And JP Weiser, is it? We've not tried it.
Weiser's we haven't tried, but that is supposed to be good.
It's an 18-year-old.
That was one we were going to do when we did a a travel whiskey stream at one point.
Yeah, I remember.
And that was doing one with the free chips.
It was one of your parents' cruises, wasn't it? Never got me anything.
Yeah.
Sadness.
No, they get you. Well, I don't know what Dad's going to do about gifts for you now because he's really annoyed by you keep giving him gifts.
Get wrecked, bitch.
Pretty funny.
Honestly, as long as he's uncomfortable, I don't care. If he's not uncomfortable, I'll make him uncomfortable. Don't worry, I've got this. You know I've got this, bro. I've got this. Although to be fair, I only gave it because I thought it was the one that he liked. But to be fair, I probably should also remember because I think you had told me it was the 15 Glengoyne he liked. But the 12's good. Nothing wrong with that as long as he enjoys it. If he gets to it. If not, he'll probably find his way back to me anyway. And then sit by my bar and never be touched again.
Eventually.
Yeah. If you were to describe your whiskey, what would you say it's a sipper, a drinker, or a shotter? Based on what you tasted so far.
Well, I've run out of it now, so I don't have enough to do a shot.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's more of a sipper.
Yeah. I think Jura 19's in that same ballpark. My dad didn't like it. He had a little sort of tasty taste. He just thought, nah, it's too much for him. Can you recommend, Slushy in the chat, a Japanese whiskey? I do get a few Japanese alcohols here. Whiskey, gin, sake. Sake's delightful. Oh, let me just open that. There we go.
Yes. So
it depends on your budget.
How big is your wallet?
Yeah. As an entry level,
Japanese whiskey is some of the most expensive.
So if you start with an entry, don't bother with all the £30 bottles of like Akashi, Tokinoka, Toguchi. Don't do any of those. Nika Days, don't do that. You start at Nika from the barrel and you work your way up from there.
Yes.
Square bottle.
Nika from the barrel is good.
Yeah.
What you'll need to sort of just reconfigure your head with is that most Japanese whiskey comes as a 50 cl, not a 70 cl. So you're getting a bit less for your money with them. So you'll always be surprised by how small the bottle is. But once you get past that, there are some 70s, but quite a lot of them are 50s. But they are very good whiskey. And Nika from the barrel is a very good one. We both own that, and that is a very enjoyable whiskey. It's a bit stronger though. Don't think it's fully cask strength, but it's stronger than sort of standard.
Well, if you'd like to support our alcoholism, we do have a Not Worth a Cork whiskey wish list, which David can go and get, or I can go and get if you like. You're welcome. We also have Kendall Mint Cake Liqueur, which we both like, and After 8 Mints because they taste the same. Kendall Mint is delicious.
Amazon.
Yeah, because if I type the M, I'm going to switch scene. Except being homeless. Oh, an artist on a stereotypical artist salary. You're basically broke then.
So you can afford nothing.
You can afford maybe a banana hammock worn by 3 other people.
So if you could find an equivalent of Master of Malt in America, you might be able to afford 1 dram.
I would say steal some of the Kendall Mint liqueur from David's, but I don't know if he has much left, to be fair. Because every time 2 items of whiskey get bought on my wish list, he gets one of them. However, this wish list is for both of us. So each item there's 3 on. Kendall Mint there's 10. Why? Because we both want it. And the same with the Kendall Mint. Same with the to be fair, the after eights all pretty much go to him anyway. But the there's 3, one for him, one for my dad, one for me, for David, because that was the way I thought it would do it. Maybe I pay you in Japanese whiskey. That's a good idea, Twink. I like that.
Right, I've managed to log into Amazon. That was a bit of a faff. Right,
well done.
There we go.
Stick in the barracks.
Now I need to try and share said list because I had this problem before.
You just copy the browser link. Or you're on the app.
Yeah, I've now gone on the laptop to it because I was,
Right.
The app doesn't work.
Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, yeah. So as far as this whiskey goes, the Jura 19, the Paps, it's definitely more of a sipper, but I could easily make it a drinker. And I wouldn't want to shoot it right now, especially. I don't think it's a shooting whiskey anyway. I think it's too refined. I think if you're buying a 19-year-old Pedro Jimenez cask whiskey, you're buying it because you enjoy Pedro Jimenez cask, for example. You enjoy Jura. If you're paying £80, £85 for a bottle, you're not shooting that, you're not drinking that, you're sipping it, unless you've got a massive budget. What do you pair with whiskey? In David's case, biscuits. Meg does not indulge in such blasphemy.
One may do, yes.
Biscuits normally for him.
There are certain whiskies that are good for dipping.
That's a biscuit for dipping, that.
Yeah. To be fair, after eights go quite well with if you've got quite a strong whiskey after eights.
Really?
The dark chocolate and the mint
fondant
help sort of counteract the strength of the whiskey, so they go quite well together.
I would have thought that would muddy your palate because the fondant's sticking to your tongue. But I can
Not
take
what American school biscuits, no.
no,
Actual biscuits.
not your budget scones, which I know they're not scones. Don't try me, or scones. I don't give a shit. I only care about
Yeah, it
what I like.
was a nice chunky shortbread biscuit that went
Yeah.
in. It was it dipped well.
I'm sure. Well, hobnob would do as well. I think it was the hobnob that did it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That held everything. I've got some of those Danish ones that are quite nice. I don't think they'd hold very well because they'd eventually they'd just melt.
Yeah, it's not like a rich tea.
Oh god,
Didn't
yeah.
try
Well,
that.
rich tea biscuits are just. I don't know why they exist. I really don't. They certainly don't ever go with whiskey. If any whiskey has a flavour profile of rich tea, my first thought is disappointment. Then, because it's in the bottom of it's in the bottom of a cup of tea that's now been turned into soup with lumps. Not even good lumps like chicken or beef. Bad
Chimkin.
lumps. Well, yes, chimkin. We'll have that on Tuesday. No worries. Sorry.
Yeah.
Show me one item because it's only one that ships to USA. Oh, really? Which item is it, if you don't mind me asking? How is the weather for you guys? For me, it's grey, but all right. Pulled in plenty of solar today, which was nice. We're currently sat on 13.05, so we're on 35% battery, which is normal at this time of day. Yeah, it's been grey, but I still pulled in over 2 kilowatt hours, which was nice. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Weather's been all right. How's it been up on your end?
Dull.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yeah, just dull. It was a little bit chilly when I went to Tesco, but yeah, I've been in the flat most of the day, so I haven't had the windows open, well, curtains open, but I've not really been paying much attention to the outside.
Not surprised. You do seem to shut off quite well when you're just faffing. Let's see if I miss anything.
I just stuck friends on and had that on in the background while working, basically.
There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you enjoy, I guess. Let's see, whiskey with us. The book. Oh, the book. Yeah, you have to make a UK account. That's why you have to make a UK account to do the wish list thing, which is quite irritating because a lot of my audience aren't English. Probably the most embarrassing aspect of this is that I can't just share things because it has to be with a prerequisite of, but you guys need this as well. Yeah. Anyway,
and yes, alcohol is strangely still affordable, given that all the tax hikes and all the other economic factors.
Yeah, the one that bothers me is the duty, because the government had said they weren't going to increase it, and then they did, and they betrayed the entire industry, except for Guinness, I think. They betrayed everyone instantly, and it was so. Oh, but we need 50 billion, because of course that's going to be the alcohol part that does it. Don't try me with this bollocks, okay?
Yeah, it's odd how much it is in different places. Obviously, Crispo being a Scandinavian lad will be able to tell you some prices, but I found when I went to Denmark, the whiskey in duty free particularly was ridiculously cheap. I went for Amsterdam and it was a lot more expensive, even than at home.
Really?
But obviously in the different countries, it does vary country to country. And weirdly in Denmark, it was the Danish whiskey that was expensive. All the imported stuff like the Bamor and the Glenmorangie that I bought that were imported were all really cheap.
I do remember vaguely that like Norwegian kroner is like add a zero to our price. And that's what it is. It's because their currency operates at a different level to us, but it's still expensive. See my future, and it's you sending me on a shopping trips for you. Oh, to Crithbo. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes
using
women enjoy doing
using the wife for duty free allowance.
It gets the woman out of the house, doesn't it? Anyway, we've been here for 39 minutes, and I'm running out of steam and voice, so I need to stop. Unless you guys want to hang out in the barracks together, I'm going to end this. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. This part of it. If you want to hang out in the barracks afterwards, and David wants to hang out with you guys, by all means do so. But I'm going to shut this place down and get the dogs back in the house, which is going to be absolute hell because I'm shivering. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, that's going to be a
goodbye,
fun
Dave.
one.
Say goodbye, Dave.
Take care, mate.
Yeah, that works.